Today, the case we want to analyze is about Hiscoes. Here are our team members. As we know now, Hiscoes has achieved a great success in the last 35 years. However, facing with the fierce competition in the fitness market, Hiscoes really needs to make some changes on their business strategies. Then, we will introduce this part from the point of internal environment, external environment, business level strategy, and internationalization.
Hiscoes has been keeping Surrey Hills fit for 35 years. Hiscoes Gym offers casual, flexible, and value gym memberships, offering a tailored service to your health goals. Hiscoes full-equipped gym offers personal training and the latest group training seasons, HIIT training, group fitness classes, and squash court hire, with a free fitness assessment and program for all new members. Internal environment includes resources, capabilities, and core competencies. Resource is the source of a firm's capabilities. It includes tangible resources and intangible resources. It's easy for Hiscoes to generate internal funds because it is family-based, 4 generations under one roof. In addition, family-based management makes plan, control, and coordination more efficient. In terms of intangible resources, Hiscoes is experienced and trustworthy. It has been keeping fit for 35 years. Has the ability to find a way to get you fit. Hiscoes also wins good reputation. Some of members have been training with Hiscoes for well over 20 years. Old school gym vibe. Hiscoes has a low-key atmosphere. No one parades around in tiny crop tops vying for your attention or glories at you for using a machine that they want to get onto. You won't be fronted upon for wearing an old baggy t-shirt, and the staff will say hello to you with a smile. Programs. Hiscoes takes pride in its ability to find a way to get you fit, and with 4 glass bags, squash courts, classic gym wings, and cardio training areas, as well as fitness classes ranging from hot and sweaty span to climbing yoga. Here you certainly have lots of options. For those a little more adventurous, Hiscoes also hosts acrobatics and 18 years style dance aerobics classes. If you are after something a little more focused, Hiscoes have team training, small group PT, and one-on-one personal training. The team. Personal trainers in Hiscoes are super experienced and have all been for a long time. Most of reception and office staff are Cert 3 or Cert 4 qualified fitness instructor or are currently undertaking study in a related field. Capabilities that serve as a source of competitive advantage for a firm over its rivals are core competencies. The core competence of Hiscoes is boutique. It is operated more like a boutique gym rather than a massive complex, one that contains little communities focused on specific sports or activities. People are always welcome at Hiscoes. That's why Hiscoes is known as Surrey Hills' most sportive gym. Hiscoes give you the means, motivation, and know how to get you fit. Hiscoes is not a franchise, but a family-owned and operated by a group of people who really love this industry. Hiscoes has been established for over 13 years. Some of members have been training with Hiscoes for well over 20 years. This long-established relationship is pretty valuable, and which is also an evidence of its core competence.
At the second part, we analyze external environment from general environment, industry environment, and strategic group map. There are many different segments can use to analyze the external environment. In the demographic segment, population size in Sydney are 4,823,991 persons, and the average age are 32 years old. which means the most people in Sydney are adults. The average family income in weekly is $1,434, but the average family consumption in weekly is $1,430. And for the income distribution, they spend $244 on daily use and $218 for transportation. For the house rent, they spend $453, and the other entertainment they spend $453, which means they have enough spare cash to spend on the fitness. The next is economic segment. First one, we talk about inflation rate. The inflation rate now is declining, meaning consumer will have more disposable income to spend on luxury service, such as a gym membership. And the second one is interest rate and exchange rate. The interest rate historically lower than 0.5%, and that person are saving, are creating more opportunity for gyms. There are two parts business have to follow in political and legal segment. One is taxes, another one is housing and safety. For taxes, the business have to adapt to the changes in taxes. And for another one, business need to keep up to date with regulation to reduce the chance of an injured client. The next one is social culture segment. Influence in social media has created more for healthy conscious society, leading to more people wanting to go to the gym. After the social culture segment, we're talking about technological segment. Advancement in gym equipment enables customers to surf on the internet, connect with other users, listen music, watch TV, monitor their heart rate, as well as put their personal data into machine to make their workout tailored and personal. In addition, physical activity recommendation by the World Health Organization, government effort to promote healthy lifestyle, and the consolidation of the entertainment industry into healthy and well-being to encourage exercising have further propelled the global fitness product and service market. After the describe of general environment, we use Porter's fivefold model to analyze industry environment. First, we talk about threat of new entry. This might not be a matter of huge concern, as there are high barriers to entry in the industry, because highly development equipment and expert staff requirement make it difficult for a fitness center to enter in the market. Next, we talk about bargaining power of buyers, with the membership level rising steadily and the market getting overstated, the buyer power was higher. Next is bargaining power of supplier. It was important to invest with equipment of the right equipment, but the number of quality equipment being less than the bargaining power of supplier was high. And fourth, the threat of substitute was not very high, as there were few companies in Australia of the same structure as of Hiscoes. Finally, is talking about competitor. With the margin activity going on, the competition were on the high. Virgin Active had overtaken Hiscoes. Anytime fitness come close to a margin, there was healthy and fitness business. The final part in analyze external environment is a graph of strategy group map. We can see on the map, the Monash University's gym is at low service and low cost, because most of customers of Monash are students, so the price is lower than average, and the service doesn't present high quality like other gyms. Different from high cost and high quality service of Virgin Active, and the Hiscoes takes medium cost and high quality of service as its strategy. It will be explained at next part.
Business level strategy can be defined as a core strategy. A strategy that the firm forms to describe how it intends to compete in the product market. It can also refer to that its specific efforts to please customers, strengthen its market position, counter the maneuvers of rivals, respond to shifting market conditions, and achieve a particular kind of competitive advantage. In the initial Porter's 3 recommended strategies, they are low cost, differentiation, and focus. Business level strategy guides corporations to create difference than choosing whether performing differently or performing different activities. With an unprecedented pace of change and less regulation of commerce, managers with planning responsible in new and increasingly technologically sophisticated sectors should be concerned about competitive positioning, which target markets, and which competitive advantage to use in the market. The main topic of my presentation today is the business level strategy of Hiscoes. The cost of cooperation is essential, so we can see the cost of Hiscoes firstly. Through 3 pictures, we can know the cost of 3 different fitness gyms in Melbourne and Sydney. We can find the cost of Hudson Fitness is cheapest. Also, the service is not detailedly explained, about $60 per week if you want to take personal training. Besides, because there is a cost sheet for customers particularly, it is really easy for a person like me who doesn't take part in fitness before to know the training and the cost detailedly in Hiscoes. It takes customers $72 per week if customers want to have full services, which covers the right to use facilities and personal training. It is considerate for people who are green-hand in Hiscoes. Also, the cost of Virgin Active is relatively higher than other 2 fitness gyms. So, what's the difference between 3 gyms about personal training? Maybe we can get the answer when we join it. So, through the comparison of cost, we can find Hiscoes doesn't intend to take a strategy related to the low cost or focused low cost. So, Hiscoes will not care about whether the cost in market is higher or lower. In fact, it is not a high cost of Hiscoes among fitness industry compared to other 2 different gyms, because the aim of Hiscoes is to get fit simple and more affordable. At maintaining a normal price in the market, Hiscoes also provides customers with tailored service like personal training and higher off costs. So, what's the actual business level strategy Hiscoes takes? I will make a conclusion to you later. As an old fitness gym serviced Surrey Hills in 1981, Hiscoes has a wealth of experience for over 30 years. The Walton Street is its friendly, no-attitude gym, with practical down-to-earth answers to your fitness needs, not like some trendy nightclub. So, Hiscoes focus on people who really need to get fitness and tend to create a phenomenon which is most suitable for fitness. Maybe the decoration of Hiscoes is not luxurious like other fitness gyms in Sydney. It is the best choice for people in Surrey Hills to choose it. What's more, Hiscoes has no chain stores and franchising, which means Hiscoes spans over 30 years to operate its gym in Surrey Hills. There is a difference between other fitness gyms and Hiscoes. It differentiates it from other competitors. Though it just has 1 gym in Surrey Hills, it is confident for it to say its gym is one of the most professional gyms in Sydney, because Hiscoes knows the development of people's needs in Sydney and can change the strategy for them. For example, Hiscoes has a fully qualified exercise physiologist, also known as accredited exercise physiologist. He can change the training plan according to different body condition of trainers. It benefits customers. For example, manage persisting pain caused by injury and overuse, improve your heart health, exercise safely to benefit your diabetes. Through the development, Hiscoes also offering a tailored service to your healthy goals. Hiscoes fully equipped gym offers personal training and the latest group training sessions. So, Hiscoes takes a focused on differentiation business level strategy to maintain the competitive position in various fitness markets. Because it has just one gym and focus on people who are fond of fitness, and service them comprehensively through rich operation experience and professional fitness team.
In order to recommend whether Hiscoes could successfully internationalize, the first primary thing we need to make it clear is whether there is need for Hiscoes to be international. That is whether Hiscoes has the incentives and what they can benefit from internationalization. From this point, a company wants to explore foreign market for the extension of their product's life cycle and easy access to raw material or new consumers in emerging market. For Hiscoes, the challenge they are confronting now is the biggest incentive. And the obvious challenge we can see in the last few years is the increasingly crowded market, with consulting group IBS warning of the market situation. That means there is a great need for Hiscoes to investigate new market with less competition, and the emerging market will absolutely be a good choice for them. Besides, although Hiscoes has done great performance on the cost management, the competing on price and the associated cost squeeze has left plenty of challenges for the rest of the industry. Finding new ways or easy access to resource is also Hiscoes needs to consider. The next problem is whether Hiscoes has the ability to become international. That is to see what is their core competence and competitive advantage to enter into foreign market. Hiscoes has a clear firm strategy competing in the great rivalry. That is a great efficient cost strategy. The other one of their strengths is a specialized form of promotion. Hiscoes uses its social media press to attract a new generation of customers. Just as mentioned by Ms. Kinsmere, the business has survived by operating more like a series of boutique gyms rather than a massive complex one that contains little communities focused on specific sports and activities. That means Hiscoes has its unique organization culture, which will increase their recognition degree in the market. What's more, if Hiscoes decide to expand their business into emerging market, for example, Chinese market, there are relatively cheaper natural and labor resource, and there is extremely large size of buyers' needs because of the improving living standard of Chinese people, and adequate supporting service and facilities. All this can provide a strong national competitive advantage for Hiscoes if they are willing to enter into Chinese market. So, totally, Hiscoes could successfully internationalize. The last problem is how to act or what kind of international strategy they should take. Theoretically, as clarified by Wallstreet, a company can adopt multi-domestic strategy, global strategy, and transnational strategy. We recommend Hiscoes to take transnational strategy, especially if they want to enter in a new market with different social culture. For example, in China, the most popular social media is WeChat. Then, Hiscoes' advertising strategy should be adjusted to adapt with this different program. In addition, Hiscoes also needs to consider different government policies, business environment, and local customs if they want to successfully survive in the new market. Apart from international strategy, Hiscoes also needs to choose an appropriate mode of entry into international market. For Hiscoes, strategic aliens could be a better choice, because Hiscoes has a limited resource and is not as famous as some large companies like McDonald's. So, licensing and franchising is not easy to implement due to the lower reputation in other countries. However, finding a partner to collaborate will be more practical and make it much easier for Hiscoes when they become international.